going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm really glad to see you guys over here. We're going to be reacting to Slime Language 2 right now for the first time. I am live streaming it because it is a really long album and I didn't want to experience something that long by myself, talking to myself. It would just get kind of repetitive and, you know, I didn't really want to go through that. So I have the chat here. They're going to keep me interested in this album. They're going to give me their thoughts. It's going to be a blast. So I have not heard Slime Language 2. This is a legitimate first listen, so I'm going to be giving you guys my first reaction. And if any of the tracks end up being muted in the video, it's unfortunately because of copyright. I apologize for that. You will be able to know if the track is muted or not if you scroll through the sections of the video, you know, the timestamps. It'll say muted because of copyright next to it, so you know beforehand. Yeah, guys, you know what? Let's just jump into it. I'm really glad to be doing this. So, track 1 is Slatty, featuring Yak Gotti and Lil Duke. Let's see. Drums are knocking, bro. I really like this flow from Thug. Those really subtle flutes that are panned to my left ear are awesome too. I like the way he came in though. His performance was crazy. I'll say this, I think it's okay. I don't think I would add that to my playlist. I don't think I would even put it on my workout playlist or anything like that. It does go hard, don't get me wrong. I just feel like it's maybe a little too long. I do think that the chorus, you know, the slatty, slat, 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 slatty, I don't know. That's just not for me. I can see the appeal behind it. And don't get me wrong, this goes stupid. Like the vibe of this, the energy, I love the energy to it. I just don't think that it's as great as Young Thug could have made it. I think the features kind of carried on this one, to be honest. You know, I think Gunna especially. This beat is nuts. I don't know. I feel like as an intro, you know, it's kind of like an energetic here we are moment, but I can't lie to you guys. I'm not going to overhype something up if I'm really just not feeling it. You know what I mean? So track 2 is Ski though. Is this the one with the challenge? I think it is, right? This is the dumbest challenge of all time, by the way. Hey. This is going onto the Patreon playlist. Weezy's bounce on his production is like unmatched, man. I love the little lead too, man. It's all about the energy, the production, their vibe, right? Their performance. It all just kind of matches really, really well. It all fits together really well. Weezy is such a goat when it comes to production, man. His bounce is just like, it's crazy. I added this one to my Patreon playlist and my heavy rotation playlist for when I'm taking ankles in 2K. I'm gonna have this one on in the background. Just gonna level up my game. I feel it. I think that the strings are really catchy, man. I think that, you know, everything about this is just working. It's super catchy. I can understand why he chose this one to make some sort of a challenge for it, because it's definitely the one that's going to push this album out there for sure. Diamonds Dancing featuring Travis Scott. Oh my god. That's how we're starting? Oh, the kick that just came in. The perks in this beat go so crazy, bro. Look at Gunna, man. Oh, shit. Yeah, man, that's a great track. I don't know if it's better than Ski, to be honest. I'm not saying that it's worse than Ski. I'm saying I have to listen to those two again to see which one I prefer. Travis's feature, I think it's great, but I still maintain that my favorite Travis Scott feature of all time was Mile High. He did the feature for James Blake. I think that's his best, you know, performance on a feature. I haven't heard all of his features though, so, you know, who knows, but that one was just super creative. You know, it was just a different lane completely, so I think that Travis really shined on that one. But here, I like that he took a whole different flow from Gunna and from Young Thug. He kind of came in on another level, you know, he kind of came in with a little bit more kind of like reverb on his voice, and it sounded super atmospheric, and his flow was way more melodic and kind of slower than Gunna's and Young Thug's. And I think it just kind of took a fresh new approach to this beat that I can definitely appreciate. So I think Travis killed it. Gunna is sliding like crazy. 3 for 3 for Gunna. And Young Thug did his thing on this one. So the track is decently, like, it's at a decent length, and the hook is catchy enough. So I can't hate on that one, man. That's fire. Solid featuring Drake. Oh man, when is Certified Lover Boy coming out, dude?
Oh, that's the hideaway. I need some head and some more support from you right away. City dependent. I gotta finish it. I want opinions. Diamond. She getting quiet. She on the diet. She want a massage.
Yeah.
I need some head and some more support from you right away.
These like muffled, filtered, high-pitched melodies that go on in the background, right? That just kind of like linger in the background. They're so wavy, bro. I love the direction that these new beats are taking, where they have more and more of just these really cool filtered chords just kind of looping in the background with bouncy drums over them, man. Like, there's no crazy instrumentation. There's not a whole lot of orchestration. I love these laid-back vibes, dude. This Gunna right here, too. The new snare. Is that Thug or Gunna humming in the background?
Got a little bit that came up from nothing. I just bust on my wrist and this rose go in and say, yeah. And all cash and got hit from the feds. Yeah.
I think you're thinking that Young Thug did just okay because the beat switch right when his verse came in has some synths that aren't really fitting for the rest of the vibe of the track. So I think Young Thug did fine. It was the beat switch on his part that kind of clashes with the vibe that we were just in. I just wish they didn't switch up the beat for Young Thug. I wish he rapped on the same beat as Gunna. I think that just would have fit the vibe a little bit better. Young Thug really said he put macaroni and cheese in his pockets, dude. That might be my favorite song, man. Drake really killed his verse. He did the hook really, really well. I love the sleepy Drake, kind of like lazy Drake, laid back kind of vibe. Production on this goes crazy. How much do you guys want to bet? If we look up the slowed and reverb version of this track on YouTube, Miami's the first comment. I'm gonna pull this up on YouTube, slowed and reverb. I'm gonna look it up. I bet Miami, if he's heard this album, he's probably gonna be in that comment section, man. I'm sure he liked this one. I didn't even see his reaction.
Hey, shit.
Miami has top comment, dude. I swear to God. Miami really wrote, "Oh my God," with 2 D's, and it's top comment. It's pinned at the top of this track, dude. I knew it. Hey, run me my money, bro. I bet you guys. That goes so stupid, bro. Oh my God. He did it during his reaction? I didn't see his reaction. I don't watch the reactions to the albums I haven't heard yet, man. That's another thing that comes with the territory. You gotta wait to watch the reactions. I really just want to know how Drake doesn't miss. Oh, that's easy, dude. He sold his soul. I'm kidding, by the way. Just, I hope that goes without saying. Listen, yeah, Solid is a fantastic track. It goes stupid slowed, man. I'm going to go back and listen to that later. Track 5 is Came and Saw featuring Rowdy Rebel. When Weezy puts horns on a beat, it slaps. Like, that's the rule. I don't make the rules. That's just it.
You cannot run up and check this. I want the slime, my twin, he bleed. Come a little bitch, don't talk.
Love the performance.
Shit came from the trenches. You speak on my name, 400K large on her ring. Half a meal, don't you tell what you see. I sent my dog, she got the scene. I can't even hide from her.
Brand new text with Glocks and beams. I can make a movie.
Man, yo, they killed their verses. I love Rowdy Rebel's performance on this one, bro, but the GOAT of this track is Weezy, man. The crazy bounce to this production, the horns. It really lays that crazy foundation for Rowdy Rebel and Young Thug kill their verses, man. They heard this beat and they just decided to murder it, you know what I mean? So the one that really carried this was I think, Weezy. There's a key to getting that Weezy bounce, man. There's a key to it. It's the kind of like the slower tempo and very minimal hi-hats. Weezy barely uses hi-hats. You realize that? It's got a really heavy drop, and then like 4 hi-hats, right? Like, and then the clap, and he leaves space in his drums, and then the heavy drop again. It's that leaving space in the beat that gives us that anticipation for the drop, and it makes it hit that much harder, and it adds that bounce to it. So there's a key to getting it. Pierre Bourne uses lots of hi-hats, really puts like a lot of rolls in there, really fast paced, right? Wheezy, I mean, look at this.
And I've been sipping on sex. All three of my cards got ice on the bells.
He used the kick a decent amount on this one, but the 808 is really only on the downbeats. The hats are like that's it. He doesn't have that two-step all the way throughout the beat. That's all he has, with lots of space in it. Generates a little bit of anticipation for that heavy downbeat, and he hits us with that crazy 808. Doesn't need these crazy 808 slides and all over the place. Just he put an 808 on the downbeat. That's really all he did. He's so crazy. Paid the Fine featuring Lil Baby and YTB Trench. Wheezy's versatile too. Like everything that I said he did in his last beat, he did differently in this one. He's utilizing the two-step hi-hats with some rolls in there. He's utilizing an 808 line instead of just leaving one on the downbeat. This is a faster paced beat than the last one. He's very versatile as a producer. There's kind of like a distortion to the 808 that I don't really enjoy. It's kind of like this really crunchy, gritty sounding distortion that I personally could do without. It's not a game changer or a deal breaker or anything like that, but
no sense. I don't care, no waste no time. My next one gonna be heaven sent. Never like the person fight, but you throw fists in like the trip, and then seduce me with your lips. I'm like TikTok, thugging in a brick house. Pookie serving Chris Rock.
I like this one well enough. You know, I didn't make it onto my playlist or anything. It's not a standout track, I think, but it's catchy, and there's not really anything wrong with it. It's super easy on the ears. It's pretty pleasant. It's okay, man. Proud of You featuring Lil Uzi and Young Ko. Man, I didn't like that 808. Yeah, this isn't bad, man. I feel like for this to be a little bit more of an anthem, it needs to have more going on in the production, you know, especially during this chorus. It kind of sounds underwhelming, the production, while he's singing the hook, so. Yeah, I'm kind of done with this one. Man, that kind of sucks because Young Ko had a fire verse on there, I think. I wish they would have put his verse earlier in the track because by the time we finally got to his verse, I was done with the song. We were at like about 2 minutes and 45 seconds in and I wanted to skip ahead. The only reason that I didn't was because I knew that we hadn't gotten to his verse yet. Yeah, he kind of killed it, you know? He did a great job. He's the best part of this track. And he's relegated to the last 40 seconds of the song. So, you know, that's kind of unfortunate that by the time we get to him, we want to skip. Track 8 is Real featuring Unfunk. Those guitars sound beautiful, man. Wow.
My nigga got me with a shield. Mr. Rogers. I ran up me some resin, put my own in the Rogers. Got a 40-pointer bracelet on my wrist. Don't say you love me if you won't care for me.
That's a great song. I really like how beautiful that production is. The guitars sound so bright. The snaps instead of a clap on the snare, right, is so much cleaner. It gives us kind of that more sort of like an R&B vibe than just a trap vibe. The production, the drums are nice and clean. They're not overpowering. And his voice has that naturally raspy quality to it that's just kind of endearing. I think he did a great job singing the song. I think it's nice, short, and sweet. Yeah, I like this one, man. This one made it onto my playlist, for sure. Track 9 is I Like, featuring Carlay and Coil Ray. I think that there were some parts of it that were enjoyable. I just think that, you know, They're very similar sounding, I think, Coil Ray and Carlay. I think that if it were just a short interlude with only Carlay on here, for example, I think it would have been cool. You know, I think it would have been cool if it were like half as long as it is right now. Because I was enjoying the initial part of it. Towards the end, it just kind of got a little iffy, I felt a little indifferent towards it. But it's not bad by any means. It's okay. Track 10 is Warrior, featuring T. Shine, Lil Keed, and Big Sean. Oh, Big Sean! I wasn't expecting to see him on this. I'm not a big fan of this one, man. This is a track that if I weren't recording right now, I would probably have skipped it by now. It's just not really for me. I would have skipped ahead to Big Sean's verse to see whether I liked it or not, and then I would have skipped the track. You know, Big Sean wasn't enough to save the track, in my opinion. I'm just kind of bored with it, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of the beat. It's just not doing it for me, so I'm going to move on. Track 11 is Pots and Pans, featuring Lil Duke and Nav.
She tried to play me, I fought on a friend. Tripping, I went put a scope on the rifle. Shooting them deals, I'm shooting at the rifle. Pull up our pussy, she selling a part. Can't come to my hood, they pulling your cards.
You know, I'm just not a big fan of the melody, the effects that they put on the melody, but I think the performance right now is going crazy, and I like the drums too.
She tried to play me, I fought on a friend.
Yeah, Lil Duke killed this.
I'm in the field like a great white.
Multiple platinums turn me to the man. Like magic make dope disappear, yes I can. Go on, hit with a two-piece, I think that he died. Stacking up millions, I gotta go up. Don't try to dap me, I'm not showing love.
It's really weird because it feels like there are key changes in this beat, you know what I mean? Like back and forth. I really just didn't like the effect that they put on the melodies, to be honest. I think the drums were knocking, and I think Lil Duke and Nav killed their performances. I think that was really a very impressive performance, especially from Nav, because I'm not the biggest Nav fan. I think he's very hit or miss. But man, when Nav kills it, like when Nav shows up to a track, he's impressive, man. He's impressive. For sure. I give him that credit where it's due. I think that they really did great jobs on that one. I'm just not a huge fan of the melody. That's all. WokStar featuring Strick and Skepta. I'm expecting this one to be heat, dude. This is what I'm talking about. Let's go, man.
I got a party pack in my pocket. Let's get a jumped off the jet. I left semen on the seat. I flew out to Greece, sipping Siri. They boy, I'm fresher than a priest.
Yeah, Skepta was okay on this one, man. Not bad at all, man. I really like the beat. I think Strick really killed the chorus. Skepta was cool. Strick kind of reminded me of 21 Savage on that one. But yeah, that track goes hard. That track goes hard. You guys are talking about Superstar with Future, man. So we finally made it here. Let's see what they've got for us, dude. Did Skepta mention he left semen on the seat? He did mention that, yep. I just seen Skepta exit a private jet. Surely he didn't leave anything on his seat. I think he left something. I think he mentioned that. This kind of sounds like a joke. I mean, why would you even choose this beat? You know what I mean? Like, these guys have access to the highest quality beats from the top producers, and you're going to make an album that has 23 tracks. Why not pick the 23 best beats that you can get your hands on? Like, firstly, I'm not a fan of the beat. And then you put Future on there, and the key for this beat is just way too high for Future. He sounds like he's straining his voice to sing those notes. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't understand the beats that some of these celebrities choose, dude. It gives me hope, honestly. Sometimes I think I'm not that good, and then I hear some of these professional beats, and I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe I have something, you know? The recorder, bro. The recorder takes me back to 2nd grade. Yeah, it's funny, you know? To me, it's funny. It's entertaining because it kind of sounds like a joke track. So I'm not mad at it, you know? Yeah, especially when you realize these guys are probably high in the studio when they made this track. So they were probably like just having fun with it, you know? And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And for me personally, this just doesn't work. I can understand why somebody might like this. You know, it's fast paced, it's energetic. Young Thug's verse kind of sounds fire. I'm just not a fan of the way that Future performed the hook, and I don't really like the recorder. You know what I mean? Came out featuring Lil Keed. Weezy in his elementary school bag. It's crazy how much he sounds like Thug, man. This is really good, and he's sliding right now. I just feel like he's trying too hard to sound like Young Thug, you know what I mean?
Niggas that makes my jealous. You can get squished like a roach. Yeah, keep it solid, keep it came from the trench. Shots at him out, no need for no dentist. Bitch, I push slime, don't care about the feelings. Some distance, I laid on the couch and told her don't come near me. Hop in a ghost with a bad little horn.
You know, you can't lie. It's bouncy as all hell. Not bad at all, man. Lil Keed flow on this was crazy. Gunna's flow on this was crazy. The drums are nice and bouncy. It's a short track. That's a vibe and a half. It's not bad at all. Really Be Slime featuring YNW Melly, B Slime, and FN the Dealer. I'm not being super harsh with my criticisms for this right now, man. I'm just trying to enjoy it and have fun.
Petty nigga be lame. I came out the top with a motherfucking throne. You better not go get the grain. Show for you wanna be slime, go catch you about it. They reading these signs, don't know everybody.
Bounce kind of goes nuts, man. Those cool little melodies in the background. Ad-libs go crazy too. Yeah, Melly is the reason this is as crazy as it is, but the drums go crazy. My neighbor's dog is barking, sorry. The melody is really cool, super chill in the background, just kind of lingering there and not overpowering anything. Performances, you know, they're fire. Everybody kind of did their thing, you know, did their part and got out of there. And YNW Melly has a great voice, man. Take It to Trial featuring Yak Gotti.
Growing up and baby say you childish. Take that motherfucking trial, yeah. Take this shit to mother. Hold on, cook. I'm sure Chef Bardi with it with this. When he call, he gon' say that I'm tripping. Ain't slime that you how I feel. Nope. You did not meet the criteria. Nope. Look like treasure. We fuck. Have a lot of sex in our head. Feel like 10. I still ain't got it 10. Got some slimy and shady that ain't wavy like my clit and snitch.
Gunna is so crazy, dude. That's a fire track, dude. I feel like I've heard that before, though. I've heard it somewhere, I think. I wasn't a fan of Yak Gotti's verse, but Gunna came back in towards the end and killed it, man. Killed it. That's a nice track. I'm really just trying my best to enjoy the music as much as I can, dude, because there are so many tracks on here. I don't want to start to get like overly negative, you know what I mean? So I'm really doing my best to try and enjoy some of these songs, but it does feel like they're going in similar lanes, one track after the other, and it is starting to get a little bit repetitive, I think. Trance featuring Carly and Young Blue.
Flesh you coming with a chest, be a bag on this. Need a Cartier shades with the rug. Got caught with the rest. New shoes, I done Jimmy my shoes. You can't walk like this. With dishing and you knowing that Carly be the one to blame. Shame. These bitches thought the day was in my.
Try to slide on a nigga and I heard you got caught up with the wrist. I told her cut on the light cause I like how it look. Got on dope boy nice when I fuck got her.
And I need it right now. Need baguettes on my wrist.
When she saw the dime when the car.
Carly really went hard on that track, man. I was trying not to talk over it, but the drums on this one, the beat goes crazy, and Carly went in. I like that one, man. GFU featuring Young KO.
I got this shit made, but I sacrificed a lot of them days. Put that out on my show, that won't rain. Get fucked up. Get fucked up.
I'm not a fan of the way this one sounds right now.
My problems get dirty. Call up the crew. My problems get wrecked.
Yeah, I'm done with this track, man. I really just don't like it. I don't like the vibe to it. I don't like it's just not cool to me. It's yeah, it only works in certain scenarios. I'm sitting by myself in a room listening to these people screaming, and it's just not appealing to me. If this were like a concert or something where people were moshing, it would be a different scenario, but I'm good without this track right now. Moon Man featuring Strick and Kid Cudi.
The secret is being yourself. Oh, I just gave it away to him. No, but do your dance with me. Shake it back, shake it side, side. Once you get on top, baby. Yeah. I took off and went to the stars. I came back, they calling me Moon Man. Yeah, gotta be. Yeah, dollar sign, diamond, she see it and always.
We say fuck 'em, we ball. Pay the cars, who the bar golden. She call me, baby hello. Straight to the satellite in the night.
Really chill, man. I like Kid Cudi's feature on this one. It definitely fits the vibe of the rest of the track. I like how laid back this one is. Track 20 is Como Te Llama, featuring Hi Dora.
Hey, how you doing? I just wanna know your name. Hey, how you doing? I just wanna know. Hey,
How is this the chorus? Really? Really? Skip, bro. Exactly. I want to. Yeah, bro. I really like the production, but this performance is just garbage, man. That's a terrible chorus, and it repeats for like 16 bars. Like the length of time that you would have for a verse is the amount of time she spends repeating the same thing over and over and over again. And you know what? I'm gonna just start letting my negativity kind of come out, man. I've been trying to keep it positive throughout this entire thing, but this is a long ass album, and the tracks are not all holding up. And I'm pissed off at this dog that's barking in my neighbor's backyard right now. And I'm gonna just start letting it make me toxic. I'm gonna start letting it show that I'm not rocking with this one, dude. You guys are gonna see a different side of me, man. The side of me that came out during my lucky Freewave 3. Don't let me show up and be toxic in this video, dude. That's not what we want. We got 3 more tracks. We can make it through 3 more tracks without letting the toxicity seep out. We can keep it. We can handle ourselves. We can control ourselves. We can. So funny, bro. That track came on. The viewers went from 30 to 11 because of that song. Can you believe it? Reckless featuring Dolly White.
Diamonds on me for real. I'm humble as fuck. Don't play with me, cause when it's up, it's up. Fuck it, I'm going reckless. I pop a little perk for bricks. I'm killing it. Get off on.
This one really isn't bad. I like the triplet kind of vibe to the production, man. And I think her performance, I don't know who Dolly White is, so I don't know how often she does this, right? I don't know if she's like a family member of Young Thugs or if she's like a legit rapper, so I don't know how experienced she is, but I think that she did okay. She held it down. I really like the triplet hi-hats kind of pattern, though, for the beat. That Go featuring T-Shine. Now we're talking. Yo, these gritty, evil synths are awesome. The heavy 808 feels like it punches you in the stomach every time it hits. Meek Mill just came in with so much energy. This is already a banger. I think this project could have been like 15 tracks long. That is a great song, though. Crazy, chaotic energy. I love that. I wish Meek wasn't the way he was in real life sometimes because he makes some good music. That's so funny, bro. Yeah, this is great. This is really well done. Last track, finally, is My City Remix featuring YTB Trench. I really know niggas who know niggas who take us one. Sending shots in my Glock street, got through it trying to duck and run and my lyrics, cause I know niggas fail me. I can't love a bimbo, cause these hoes out here beef showing love from a distance. In my city, being broke is fake. If you up, they gon' listen. This is a fire track. I'm adding this into my Patreon playlist too. Yeah, man, that's not bad. I like that as a closer. I added it to my playlist. This album, dude, kind of took a dip about 3/4 of the way through it. It really kind of started to fall off a little bit. And it really picked back up with those last few tracks, I think. The last 2 or 3 kind of ended on a high note, which is good. You know, it's good. I do think that it does get kind of tough to listen to it in one sitting because it is a lot of tracks and they do get kind of repetitive in terms of the vibe. You know, it's a lot of similar vibes one after the other. But there are a lot of really good songs on this album. Don't get me wrong. It's like a... Well, someone said it at the beginning of the video. It's like a compilation playlist, really, which makes a whole lot of sense. I do think that standout tracks, there are more of them towards the beginning, right? Ski, Diamonds Dancing, Solid featuring Drake, Came and Saw. That's like a 4-track run that's really crazy. Songs like Real featuring Unfunk, that was, you know, before the halfway mark. That was really fire too. Pots and Pans, Lil Duke and Nav, that's a standout track. I like that a lot. WokStar with Strick and Skepta, really cool. Superstar was underwhelming, featuring Future. But Lil Keed killed it on Came Out. YNW Melly carried on Really Be Slime. These are really solid tracks that you can take off of this project. So I think that this project would have been a lot better if it were, instead of 23 songs, like 15. You know what I mean? You don't have to get rid of a whole lot of songs. That's less than 10 tracks that you're getting rid of. If this were like 15 songs long, and we got rid of some of those, you know, iffier tracks towards the end, Moon Man with Kid Cudi was fire too. I think it would have been a higher quality. So don't get me wrong. I mean, I did get kind of frustrated there towards the end of the project because of how repetitive it kind of got. The neighbor's dog barking, you know, you can hear it over your headphones, so you know it's loud. It sounds like he's right here in my house, and it's, you know, that's, it comes with the territory. So I did get kind of frustrated, but don't let that affect how, what am I trying to say? Don't think that that is how I feel about the album. You know what I mean? That frustration had nothing to do with the album as a whole. I think that this is a solid project. I think 6.5 would probably be fair. You know, there are a few misses on this album. So, but like I said, there are a lot of really heavy hitters on here that made it onto my playlist that I had a blast listening to live with you guys. So, but yeah, guys, I enjoyed it well enough. So yeah, thank you guys for sticking through it with me. Thank you guys for experiencing this with me. I really appreciate you all. Appreciate you if you're watching this after the fact on YouTube. This is going to take me a minute to edit, man. I really don't want to edit 23 tracks in one sitting. So, like I said, patrons have access to all my reactions 3 days in advance and ad-free. If you feel like supporting the channel and getting access to early content and not having any interruptions during the videos, supporting the Patreon, or by becoming a member of the channel, you get that same benefit. That's a really great way to support the channel. I would really appreciate you guys' support on there. Stay safe out there, guys. Thank you so much. Peace out.